Well, good morning from back on the Pinhoti, different section. Gonna try another 22 mile, I was gonna say 22 feet. I wish it was 22 feet, no, about 22 miles, I guess. Fraser is with me.
Good morning.
And we're gonna try this section from Route 100, Highpoint trailhead. And it's about 8:45. It's about, what, 40 degrees out? Something like that. It's chilly, but we'll be fine. It's supposed to be 75 today. I'm always curious about the temperature. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you're curious about, too, because, you know, I talk about stuff that's interesting to me, and I don't want to leave you hanging or wondering or whatever. So, I have done this section before, but it's been like a year and a half. So we will head on down the trail and I'll show you what it looks like. Beautiful trail ahead of us, but we might be having to climb that. So we'll be huffing and puffing, but I'll check in down the trail. Well, hello. We have been gone barely an hour and I've already shed 2 layers. Just stopped and had a good pee and took 2 layers off, took that jacket off and my long sleeve shirt. It's warming up quickly. I think it's maybe 50 right now, something like that. I don't know. Upper 40s, but which is very warm to be hiking uphill. And happy to report that my pack weight this morning was 22.67. Lowest it's ever been. I didn't pack food. I always do, you know. They say you pack your fears. You know, I'm scared to death of being without food, you know, because I've never let that happen before, you know. But I planned plenty, but just enough, you know. I counted out the meals and packaged those up, and I got my protein, and I got a few good snacks. And that's it. Did not start tucking stuff in. Normally that's what I do. I stand in the kitchen going, well, I'll throw this in. I'll throw that in. I'll throw in one more of these. I didn't do that this time. So I really think that's all the extra weight, because normally I'm just over 25 pounds in my pack, including water. 2 liters of water. Lynn is packing about 5 liters of water. She's got big jugs and a couple extra things. Yeah, her pack is, what'd she say? I think 26, 27 in there somewhere. And probably a good 4 or 5 of it is water, extra water. So we're probably similar. Yep, I'm getting winded, but par for the course. I don't care if you are 66 years young or 26 years young. You get to breathing hard when you exert yourself. That's all there is to it. That is being human. So I feel good though. Ankles don't hurt, legs don't hurt, back doesn't hurt. My back rarely ever hurts. It'll hurt shoveling, something like that hurts, but never when I'm hiking. Oh, a little stream, little trickle. Trail's been mostly dry, a little bit wet right here from the rainstorms we had a few days ago. I guess we got quite a few inches of rain, but we were fortunate in Lafayette. Didn't get scary high winds or tornadoes or anything, so it was pretty tame. Anyway, that's it for now. I will see you down the trail. Just walking along this really pretty part. My last little snippet of video that I recorded, I wasn't sure what the temperature was. I've since checked. It was only like 10 minutes ago. It's 43 degrees, which is, with the sun going and hiking, is plenty warm. Plenty warm. Beautiful, beautiful trail. We're still climbing a little bit. We've got a ways to go to get to our highest point for a little bit, and then we'll follow a ridge line for a little bit. Everything's for a little bit. Then you go up, then you go down, then you go left, then you go right. And that's how it goes. See you down trail. So here we are, going down a little stretch of what they're calling a gravel road. It's really right where Georgia Clay they sing about. Anyway, it's not too bad. It's not clumping to our feet. It would if it was wet. Stuff is miserable. But anyway, nice walk, making good time, even though my feet are burning like crazy. And guess what? I discovered about a mile ago, I forgot my fanny pack in the car. That has my aspirin, my glasses, Band-Aids, all my snacks, and my lunch for today. So, after a few swear words, stomping my feet, I called Bruce, managed to get a hold of him, and he's going to meet us 2 or 3 miles ahead. There's a road crossing he can get to, so he's going to bring it to us. It'll still be, maybe roughly 2 hours from now, but very warm, very beautiful day. It is 11:15, and we're doing good. So that's our update. Okay, it's break time. It is a little after 1:30, and we are taking a sit down, packs off, shoes off break for a good 20 minutes. We're pooped. We just had a decent half hour or so of climbing, so we're pooped. The plan to meet up with Bruce to get my fanny pack didn't work. He couldn't find it. It was kind of an obscure meeting point anyway, but he tried. So now the new plan is for us to push to make, almost 10 miles to him, to the major road crossing, so he can find us and I can get my fanny pack. It's got so much in it. It had today's lunch. It had all my breakfast bars in it, my glasses, all kinds of things. I can't even tell you what all. I need it. My mints just Starlight mints or whatever that I have going down the trail. So Lynn has been sustaining me. Anyway, we're taking a break and hopefully going to meet him around 4 o'clock and then stop there for a good probably 45 minutes and cook supper and all that. Then push on another mile, 1 point something beyond 27 to a campsite for the night. So after a good rest, we ought to be able to do that. But we got, like 2.5 miles to get to Bruce anyway, but we're going to be really proud of ourselves when we're done this. Bragging rights. Yeah. Let me show you Lynn. Say hi, pop your head up for a minute.
Hello.
She's resting.
Yep.
This is what we do. Spread out our Tyvek and lay down. Yep. Bare feet feels great. All right, see you down the trail. How many pictures have you seen of my feet? All right, well, that was a little more than a 15-minute break. I think we took more like close to 30 minutes, maybe 25. But we needed it. Lynn is still packing up. I'm just carrying on. We got 3.3 miles to the trailhead and Bruce and my fanny pack. I don't know, it feels like good motivation to be hiking towards Bruce. I don't know why. It's like comforting. I don't know, it's comforting. I'm going to him, so it's good. Not that I am lonely or miss him that much or whatever, but it's just, I don't know, it's a comforting feeling. What can I tell you? Anyway, we got about 2 hours to go 3.3 miles. Let's see if we can do it. We'll see. All right. Checking in one more time just because we're both dragging butt. And we're making this point for our other hiking buddies who are going to join us on the full Pinhoti. I didn't make that announcement, but I guess now's as good a time as any. Lynn Praiser, right here, and I, and a friend of hers, Julie, Trucker, is that her name?
Hootie.
Hootie.
Yes.
Hootie. We plan to do the whole Pinhoti. I don't know that I can because of time constraints, but we're going to start March 29th. Right. And Hootie is sitting in Florida, and we texted a couple times back and forth, and she's envious because when you stop hiking, you get out of shape, and that's what her concern is. That's what our predicament is, Lynn and I, right now, both. Yeah, so we're doing this to show Hootie and everyone else. Yeah, and Lynn's just barely getting over a cold, just barely.
Yeah.
So you huff and you puff and you struggle.
Yep.
But we're doing it. We will have done 10 miles today when we're done. Yep. So go us. We're huffing and puffing, but we're doing it. It is, here goes the checkables. It's almost 3:15. So it's supposed to meet Bruce at 4. I don't know that we'll quite make it by 4, but maybe. All right, that's it. Just want to check in and huff and puff and let you know that this is normal. See? You stop and you bend over and you feel like you're in misery, but it's a happy misery. All right, see you down trail. Okay. We are, if you can't tell by the noise, coming down a gravel road. There's Lynn, past the towers up there. And we were about 0.6 of a mile from Bruce, something like that, at the trailhead. And we are flat, plumb, tuckered out, both of us. We're just tired. It's not that things hurt necessarily. We are just tired. Tired of putting one foot in front of the other. So we may not make it to the campsite. It's supposed to be a big, nice campsite with a fire ring and the whole 9 yards. 1.1 mile from this trailhead. And that was kind of what we thought we'd do. But we might not even do that. There's another spot closer that Jenny and I camped at when we did this about 1.5 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago now, I don't remember, but we might drop some trekking poles. We might just stop right there. It's kind of crude and on the side of a gravel road, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We're not going to make the 4 o'clock rendezvous. It's 5 after now. We probably got another at least 20 minutes before we get down there. But we're so close. All right, I'll see you down the trail. Yep, near dead, but 10.6 miles today. Here's our camping site. Yep, we met up with Bruce about 4:20, and we sat there over an hour. Took my shoes off. There's a big mud puddle. I put my feet in it. Felt really good because it was ice cold. Ate some ramen noodles and sat for a while with my shoes off and my socks off. And here we are. I will see you tomorrow. Imagine tents right there. Good night. Good morning on day 2. It's 5 minutes to 9 and we're taking off. I always feel like a pack mule first thing in the morning. You get used to the having the pack on pretty quickly. I think I told Bruce about 10 paces. That's about what it is for me. But when you first put it on, it's like, oh. But nope, it's all good. Feels good. I'm actually not carrying wet food, and that's the reason for my light bag. Everything I have is dried. So I got dried beans, dried vegetables, stuff like that. So much lighter. I'm not carrying tortillas and peanut butter, and did carry tuna on the HE a couple times, and all that wet stuff weighs. Anyway, had a good night's sleep. Praiser heard a tree fall. I did not. Slept through it. She said it felt fairly close too. She couldn't believe that I didn't hear it. I did not. I got up about, she said that was about 2. I got up about 3:20. Had to pee. But kind of a warm night. I think it was 43 when I woke up this morning. So not bad at all, at all, at all. That's good sleeping weather right there. A little light breeze. I didn't think the breeze was big enough to push a branch down or a tree down, but whatever. Anyway, turn the camera around, see what we're hiking to start out. I think we have, I don't know, a mile or so like this before we cut back in the woods. And it's fairly easy. I'm gonna go on this side though. Except when rocks roll under your feet. That's bad. But onward and upward, see you down trail. Yeah, this is probably your rocks right here. I'm hoping this comes out better on video than it does in my snapshots. It's so beautiful. And we're still on this road. We're trucking down this, maybe a logging road. I don't think so, not here, but that's what it reminds me of. But it's just beautiful going through the woods. What an awesome place to ride a horse. They do ride horses on the Pinhoti. I gotta find me a horse friend. That's what I gotta do. Anybody in North Georgia watching this with horses, let me know. Just thought I'd show you the trail. Where we came from, we're almost to the coffee shop. Supposed to be a campsite near water. And look, water. So it should be pretty quick. There's a bunch of switchbacks and whatnot, but look how high that is. We are gonna have to go back up at some point. We've been coming down for quite a spell. Not that long, but half a mile maybe. On to coffee and water. I'm gonna put my feet in that stream is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna sit right there. And my feet are going in even before coffee. Cold, but complete restoration right there, I tell you. Okay, so as we were finishing up our water break, coffee break, who comes along but Morpheus?
What's up, everyone?
And guess what? He asked me about the water. Tell him what you do for a living, Morpheus.
I'm a lobsterman.
Yes.
Out of Maine. I said water, and she says, where are you from? I says, Columbus, Ohio. And she says, well, we say water like that in Maine. And I've been living in Maine, and I'm a lobsterman ever since I hiked the Appalachian Trail.
But you notice he's got no lobster on him, so...
It's right there.
Yeah, ate it all.
Once a lobsterman.
Yeah. All right, carry on.
Yes, rock and roll, neighbor.
This, in case you don't recognize it, is the face of exhaustion. Not as bad as yesterday, but we did 7.6 today, which we really didn't plan on, but that's how it goes sometimes. We said 4, maybe 5.5, something like that. But here we are. We went until we really couldn't go any further, and we're looking for a camping space. And you can't just stop. Well, you can't say I'm going to go 5 miles and stop. You got to stop where there's a place to pitch your tent. So this is where we are. Actually, we're on a gravel road, Picnic Narrows gravel road. We're only like 4 miles from West Armuchee Road, where Bruce will pick us up tomorrow, as soon as I tell him what time. But we've only got like probably less than that, 3.9, something like that. So it'll be an easy day tomorrow. We'll be out very easily. But here's the campsite. There's my humble abode. I just love this tent. It's not fancy and it's not expensive, but it's very roomy, easy to go up, and spacious and all that kind of stuff. I hope I got quasi level. Let's see if I can zoom out just a little bit. No, out, as far as I can go. That far back corner slopes down a little bit, but that's all right. Shove my pack down there. There's my neighbor, Holly. I'm neighbor. That's Praiser. Getting her stuff all situated. Oh look, we have company. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, we got no choice. This is, you got to take what you can get. There were designated camping, tenting spots along the way, but one was only like a mile from where we took off this morning, so we couldn't do that. And I think the next one is another 3 miles, so we can't do that either. So here we are. And hopefully the people riding up here are not coming up here after dark. I hope. Anyway, not ideal to camp so close to the road, but here we are. I'm not too worried about it, but I'll be mindful of it as I fall asleep. It's going to be cold tonight, colder than the last 2 nights, so I think the overnight low was supposed to be about 28, 29. I have not checked today, so that may have changed. This was the other day when I checked. And tomorrow's only going to be about 48, so the last 2 days have been 75-ish, maybe more, I don't know. But hot. So, hot hiking. So tomorrow ought to be good. We'll get up and get out of here. See you down the trail. Have a good night, everybody. Well, good morning on what is our last day. We've only got 3.4 to get out today. It rained last night. I think it said there was like a 4% chance of some showers. Well, it rained hard, very hard for a while, but we were good. We're all dry. Had a lot of traffic on this gravel road last night. I would never camp here again, but we were desperate. It served the purpose. So I'm just going to turn you around just a little bit. Tent all soaked. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I don't know. The sunrise coming up over the mountains. There's a wet tent glistening. And
good morning.
She's ahead of me. She's always ahead of me. She's faster in the morning. But all right, see you down trail. We're walking. It's breezy, chilly, damp. Not a lot of my clothing isn't damp or anything like that, but it's just damp out. But the sun, she is coming up there somewhere. See you down the trail. Couldn't ask for a better trail. Well, we made it to West Armuchee Road, and we're sitting on the guardrail here waiting for Bruce. We told him 11 o'clock, and it's a little early. It's a little chilly. The sun is breaking over the trees in the mountains, so it ought to warm up. But we did very good today. A lot of road walk, gravel road, and then paved roads. But that kills my hips worse than climbing mountains and up and down. But anyway, we made it in record time. Even stopped and did I already say stopped and had a cup of coffee? Did I already say that? I stopped and had a cup of coffee. We stretched out our Tyvek. Lynn laid down. It was great. Plenty of time. So that's it for this trip. We'll see you on the next hike.
See ya.